They don't raise their voice. They don't argue. They don't rush to explain. And it's not because they have nothing to say. It's because explanation is expensive. Most people believe wealth is about money. The rich know it's about position. And one of the fastest ways to lose position is to explain yourself. Tonight, we're not talking about motivation. We're not talking about hustle. We're talking about status psychology, the invisible rules the wealthy follow that most people violate without realizing it. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the rich stay silent, why explanations weaken authority, and why the moment you feel the urge to justify yourself, you've already lost leverage. Every social interaction has a hierarchy, even when no one admits it. The moment you explain yourself, you're subconsciously signaling one thing. You believe the other person has the authority to judge you. The wealthy understand this instinctively. They don't explain because explanation places you below the listener. Think about it. Who explains? Employees, students, defendants. People seeking approval. Who doesn't? Judges, executives, owners, decision makers. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is position. The rich don't explain because their time is structured around decisions, not validation. Most people explain themselves for three reasons: fear of being misunderstood, fear of losing approval, fear of being excluded. These fears are emotional, not strategic. The wealthy are not fearless. They are detached. They understand that. Not everyone needs to understand. Not everyone deserves context. Not every silence requires filling. Over-explaining is a subconscious attempt to control perception. Ironically, it does the opposite. The more you explain, the more people sense uncertainty. High status is not loud. It's not persuasive. It's not defensive. It simply exists. The rich don't argue facts. They let outcomes speak. When someone challenges them, they don't rush to correct. They pause. That pause does something powerful. It forces the other person to self-correct. Most people fear silence. The wealthy use it because silence transfers pressure. Every explanation has a cost. It gives away leverage. It invites debate. It lowers perceived certainty. When you explain, you turn decisions into discussions. The wealthy avoid this at all costs. They understand something most people don't. Control isn't about being right. It's about not needing to prove it. The rich follow unspoken rules. Short answers imply confidence. Long explanations imply insecurity. Calm delivery implies authority. Urgency implies dependence. This is why wealthy people speak slowly. Speed signals anxiety. Slowness signals control. They don't rush because nothing is chasing them. Silence triggers projection. When you don't explain, others fill the gap. Others assume authority. Others elevate you unconsciously. This is not manipulation. It's psychology. People trust what feels stable. The wealthy don't fill silence because they know whoever speaks next loses leverage. Confidence tries to be seen. Status doesn't care. This is why new money explains. Old money doesn't. One is proving, the other is positioned. The wealthy don't need agreement. They only need alignment. In meetings, the wealthy speak last. In negotiations, they pause before responding. In conflict, they reduce words, not volume. They never justify boundaries. They state them, and then they stop talking. The rich never explain themselves because explanation is for people without leverage. They don't need to be understood. They need to be respected. And respect comes from consistency, not conversation. The next time you feel the urge to explain, pause. That pause is where authority lives. Well, if you want to understand status in real time, observe what happens after someone speaks. Most people rush to fill the gap. The wealthy don't. They let silence sit, and silence does something uncomfortable. It exposes who needs approval. When someone explains themselves repeatedly, they are subconsciously asking, "Is this acceptable?" The wealthy never ask that question out loud. They already decided. Silence is not hesitation. Silence is finality. Early in life, people talk to be noticed. Later, powerful people speak to conclude. The wealthier someone becomes, the fewer words they need. Why? Because results remove the need for explanation. When your outcomes are consistent, your words become optional. This is why elite individuals don't defend their choices, don't clarify rumors, don't correct every assumption. They allow misunderstanding to exist because misunderstanding filters attention. Here's a truth most people resist. The wealthy allow themselves to be misunderstood. They understand something critical. Clarity invites scrutiny. Ambiguity preserves power. When you explain everything, you invite opinions, you invite interference, you invite negotiation. When you remain ambiguous, others adjust themselves around you. The rich don't control people. They control conditions. Explanation attracts people who want access, people who want justification, people who want influence. Silence repels them. High-status individuals guard their attention fiercely. They don't owe context to everyone, and neither do you. The wealthy understand every explanation creates a door, and not every door should be open. Watch elite negotiators carefully. They don't counter immediately. They don't over-clarify. They don't react emotionally. They pause. That pause forces the other side to reconsider their position, fill the silence with concessions, reveal insecurity. Silence is a strategic mirror. It reflects pressure back to the speaker. In social environments, the same rule applies. High-status individuals speak last. Speak briefly. Don't overshare. They don't try to impress rooms. Rooms adjust to them. Most people talk to earn attention. The wealthy let attention arrive on its own. Once you explain once, people expect it again. Explanation creates precedent. Silence creates boundaries. This is why wealthy individuals are extremely careful with first impressions. They don't overgive. They don't overshare. They don't over-explain. They set the tone early, and tone determines hierarchy. If you're not used to silence, it will feel rude. That discomfort is conditioning. Most people are trained to be agreeable. The wealthy are trained to be decisive. Silence is not disrespect. It's discernment. You don't owe immediate access to your reasoning. There is a difference between being understood, being positioned. The wealthy choose position. They let understanding arrive later, or not at all. Because authority does not require consensus. It requires consistency. The rich never explain themselves because they don't need to manage perception. They manage outcomes, and outcomes speak fluently on their own. If there is one lesson to take from this, silence is not weakness. It is refinement.